Second, the orthographical symbols are 25 in number. This finding made it possible 300 years ago to formulate a general theory of the library and solve satisfactorily the problem which no conjecture had deciphered: the formless and chaotic nature of almost all the books. One, which my father saw in a hexagon on circuit 1594, was made up of the letters M, C, V, perversely repeated from the first line to the last. Another, very much consulted in this area, is a mere labyrinth of letters, but the next to last page says, "O time, thy pyramids." This much is already known, for every sensible line of straightforward statement, there are leagues of senseless cacophonies, verbal jumbles, and incoherencies. I know of an uncouth region whose librarians repudiate the vain and superstitious custom of finding meaning in books, and equate it with that of finding meaning in dreams, or in the chaotic lines of one's palm. They admit that the inventors of this writing imitated the 25 natural symbols, but maintain that this application is accidental, and that these books signify nothing in themselves. This dictum, we shall see, is not entirely fallacious. For a long time, it was believed that these impenetrable books corresponded to past or remote languages. It is true that the most ancient men, the first librarians, used a language quite different from the one we now speak. It is true that a few miles up to the right, the tongue is dialectal, and that 90 floors farther up, it is incomprehensible. All this, I repeat, is true, but 410 pages of inalterable MCVs cannot correspond to any language, no matter how dialectal or rudimentary it may be. Some insinuated that each letter could influence the following one, and that the value of MCV in the third line of page 71 was not the one the same series may have in another position on another page. But this vague thesis did not prevail, others, though, of cryptographs generally, this conjecture has been accepted, though not in the sense in which it was formulated by its originators. 500 years ago, the chief of an upper hexagon came upon a book as confusing as the others, but which had nearly 2 pages of homogeneous lines. He showed this find to a wandering decoder who told him the lines were written in Portuguese. Others said they were Yiddish. Within a century, the language was established. A Samoyedic Lithuanian dialect of Guarani with classical Arabian inflections. The content was also deciphered. Some notions of combinative analysis, illustrated with examples of variation with unlimited repetition. These examples made it possible for a librarian of genius to discover the fundamental law of the library. This thinker observed that all the books, no matter how diverse they might be, are made up of the same elements: the space, the period, the comma, the 22 letters of the alphabet. He also alleged a fact which travelers have confirmed. In the vast library, there are no 2 identical books. From these 2 incontrovertible premises, he deduced that the library is total and that its shelves register all the possible combinations of the 20-odd orthographical symbols, a number which, though extremely vast, is not infinite. In other words, all that it is given to express in all languages. Everything, the minutely detailed history of the future, the archangels' autobiographies, the faithful catalog of the library, thousands and thousands of false catalogs, the demonstration of the fallacy of those catalogs, the demonstration of the fallacy of the true catalog, the Gnostic gospel of the Basilides, the commentary on that gospel, the commentary on the commentary of that gospel, the true story of your death, the translation of every book in all languages, the interpolation